So the dogs arriving today have been rescued from a meat farm. They're like death camps, really, when these dogs are basically tortured and killed, and it's horrendous.
It's very clear the damage that has been done by these dogs being in the environments that they've been in back in Korea. These dogs have had no upbringing, no socialization, no training, no fun, no joy, and as a result, they just have nothing to give. Today, I'm on my way to North London to do something that's really important to me. The rescue charity All Dogs Matter have asked me to come and visit their kennels to check out some new arrivals.
Waiting at All Dogs Matter is Ira, who founded the rescue charity.
Hey, Ira, how are you? Good to see you.
Yeah, you too.
Big day.
Like the jumpsuit.
Oh, thank you very much. Well, I'm kitted out, ready to go for a very big day. I hope our Korean dogs have travelled well to the UK.
Yeah, it was very exciting. Just waiting for them to arrive.
Kennels have been especially prepared for 12 very special rescue cases that are arriving all the way from South Korea.
So the dogs arriving today have been rescued from a meat farm. They are dogs that are either bred for their meat, or they're often stolen, or they're ex-pets that have been picked up. They're kept on these farms, fattened up, and then once a year there's the Yulin meat festivals, when these dogs are basically tortured and killed, and it's horrendous. They're like death camps, really. The Korean government and lots of, young Koreans are obviously anti this now. They're working at closing most of these farms down and rescuing and taking out most of these dogs.
Dogs are complex, emotional, sentient beings, so they understand what's going on around them. So the thought that these poor animals live a life where they're unloved, and when it comes to their final moments, they see what's going to happen to them. It's just, you just can't bear thinking about it. It's awful.
These will be the first Korean meat trade dogs to arrive in the UK after being rescued by the charity Humane Society International.
So we're looking quite shy, a little bit traumatised. Hello.
London-based All Dogs Matter has been entrusted with finding them new homes.
To be able to make just even the slightest bit of difference and have a connection that makes them think, you know what, maybe people aren't horrendous, which they must think right now.
Hello, buddy. Welcome to Britain.
And I hope that these dogs might finally see a good side to people.
It's just awful to think this is the first time he's been shown true affection, isn't it?
Well, absolutely. I mean, the trust that they give, considering how they're treated, is just, well, I think maybe we can learn some lessons from them.
Well, let's get you somewhere nice and warm, shall we? We've got a lovely bed set up for you. My job today is to examine them all, make sure that they have survived the journey okay, and they're given their first set of vaccinations.
Each dog is taking to its environment differently. While some seem relaxed, others are a lot more fearful.
She won't bite. Poor Lulu, she's obviously seen a hell of a lot. She's one of the most nervous. She's petrified. She won't make any eye contact, won't look at you. She just doesn't want to see anything of the world. I mean, just wonder what she's seen in her little life.
It's so upsetting to see, isn't it?
It's more upsetting now I've met them.
It's really got to you, hasn't it?
Yeah, now I've met them. Yeah.
It's very clear the damage that has been done by these dogs being in the environments that they've been in back in Korea. These dogs have had no upbringing, no socialization, no training, no fun, no joy, and as a result, they just have nothing to give.
She's completely broken down. She's just frozen.
Lulu is clearly severely traumatized. What's going to be the hard part is teaching this beautiful dog to be a dog again. We do need to take a different approach when trying to examine dogs like this, because you simply have no history, and if anything, you know that they're from pretty bad beginnings. So they're going to be nervous, some of them fearful, some of them aggressive as a result of being fearful. So it is a case of just gently moving forward, doing the best for them, but trying to appreciate the traumas they've been through. A little feeling of what freedom feels like, hey, sweetie.
She's so sweet.
Abby is the first dog Scott will be treating.
The funny thing about dealing with Abby is just she's actually quite friendly. Yes, she's timid and she's nervous and she's shy, but she's not aggressive. And you think, you know what, after what they've been through, if they were trying to bite my face off, I'd understand it. But yet she's still got room in her heart for affection, which is just so desperately sweet.
A little bit unsure of noises.
Well, I suppose in her past, those sorts of noises could have meant death. To think they might have actually seen...
Being grabbed out
Yeah.
of the cage. We're sitting here now, someone
Yeah.
can come in and grab her out.
And kill her right in front of the
others.
companions.
It's not worth thinking about. But sadly, it's a reality and it's happening. We just need to stop it happening.
Yeah. And for this little girl, she just needs to learn that she can be safe and confident here and no one's going to do that to you.
It is a real privilege today to be the vet for these dogs.
Okay, Abby, so you're going to be a brave girl.
The first vet in the UK to examine them, give them a vaccination, and then help them on their way.
Hey, that's the first step to your forever home. Yes.
I was really gearing myself up for a really difficult job today, that these dogs would really make it hard to get these vaccinations in them to start the process of a healthy new life.
Good girl.
Good girl.
But most of them, friendly, sweet, just thoroughly gorgeous creatures.
So little Mocha here is behaving a little bit more like what you'd expect from
I
a
think
meat
so,
dog.
yeah.
A bit more
Nervous
aggressive.
and a little bit of an aggression, yeah. So
Yeah.
I think we're going to have to be careful here.
Getting into the cage with Mocha and Jane, you can see that this dog is just quite fearful, quite nervous, and also a little bit reactive. And it's those dogs you can't read very well, and sometimes they go from fearful to aggressive.
All right. You're not stupid. You know exactly what this is, don't you? I mean, he's acting just like you'd expect a dog from a meat farm to behave. He's like, all people are scum,
Yeah.
and I don't trust one single one of you. Hey?
Understandably, that type of rope would have been the kind of thing that would have been put around other dogs that he would have seen back in Korea and would have been dragged out to their deaths. So clearly he's going to be worried about that.
Good boy.
Now, we're really sorry about that.
Good
Okay?
boy.
We're not trying to do anything mean to you. No, we're not. No, we're not. Okay, so I'm just checking the fact that Mocha is definitely a boy.
And?
He is, but he's got a bit of an issue in that he only has one descended testicle.
Okay.
So he's a cryptorchid. So the other one, I can't feel it in the inguinal canal. So it means that that testicle is likely still in his abdomen. So when he gets neutered, we'll have to go fishing in there to try and find
it.
Remove it.
Good boy.
Although I've picked up a condition in Mocha that does need surgery, I just don't feel that his emotional state is strong enough for him to leave the supportive environment of the kennels. So I think it's best I leave him here in the caring and loving arms of Jane, but I will be coming back to pick him up soon.
See, we didn't even need the muzzle. Hey? No, we didn't. No. Right, so who's next?
Most of the new arrivals are Jindos, originally bred in South Korea for hunting.
seems a
So
bit
the
different
next
from the
patient
others.
kennel manager Jane introduces
Right.
to Scott
Hello, Jack.
stands out.
Hello, mate. Wow, well, that's a very friendly hello, isn't it?
Good boy. Should we go in and have a look at him?
Yeah, please. Hi, Jack.
Jack is a very sweet little beagle cross. He's very chilled, very happy, very waggy-tailed dog. He's clearly an ex-pet dog that unfortunately got caught up in the dog meat trade.
So I had noticed with his left eye.
Yes.
I'd like you to have a look at that, please.
Yeah, I can see. So he's got a cherry eye, an enlargement of the gland that hides in the third eyelid. It's prolapsed out, becomes more irritated, gets larger, stays out. So it's probably very likely that Jack has had that his whole life, and something I can easily fix with a little bit of surgery, can't I?
Brilliant.
Yeah, but I can see also at the same time he's probably... Are you an entire male? Yes. Sorry to do that straight away. A bit rude, isn't it? Hey? So we need to neuter you. We need to sort your eye out. And then we can find you a lovely new home. But he is not going to have any trouble,
I don't think
is he?
so. I think he'll be straight out.
Yeah.
Jack's a really happy boy and far less traumatized than some of the others.
All right, good boy, brave boy.
So I think he's the perfect candidate for me to take back to the practice to give him all the procedures that he needs so he's ready for his forever home.
Where's my good, brave girl?
Before Scott heads back to Richmond with Jack, there's one last rescue dog to look at.
Lily just has no spark in her at all. There's no energy, there's not even any fight.
I can hear a heart. Now we just need to fill it with some love, don't we? Yes. Okay, good girl. So now I need to vaccinate you. I'm so sorry.
It is literally like having a soft toy that you need to vaccinate. She just doesn't react. She is just given up.
She just doesn't know what it's like to be a dog, doesn't know what it's like to enjoy life, to be outside, to be loved, to be cared for, to be trained, to be fed. Just feel like you need to cuddle her for years and years to make up for everything that's been done to her, everything she's seen. We're sorry. It's gonna get better. Yeah, well.
If you guys loved that video, great. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel below. That way.